Hey guys, look at my little red panda. Do you guys remember him from one of our recent snail mail openings? I love this guy. He hangs out next to my flowers, right next to the desk all day long. But hello everyone, and welcome back to another community update vlog. And it feels really good to be able to dive into these and to talk about some of the awesome series we have going, and to just have a moment to kind of catch up with you guys and see how your week has been. So actually, how has your guys' week been? Because I know the last couple of weeks have kind of been full of a whole bunch of natural disasters, of which I hope you guys are very safe from. And it's been back to school for many of you, or for those of you who are sending little ones back to school, it's been back to school for you guys too. I remember those days from being a nanny, and it's just been busy and beautiful and a lot of fun as our community to dive into harvest season. And as you can tell by the beautiful autumn plants behind me, I have been trying to dive in with both feet to harvest season, and I hope you guys aren't sick of farming because there's more of it coming. I'm so excited. We have new games to try out. I know the first tree just came out, and maybe we'll be playing that game in which you play as a fox pretty soon. And I'm really hoping to be able to introduce you guys to more of the forest as time goes on. I want to introduce, not the game, that was maybe a teeny bit little violent for us, but my home is starting to transform outside, and it's beautiful, and I want to share this with you guys because the leaves are changing colors. You're just starting to see that deep, rich summer green start to fade into these really vibrant yellows and oranges, or kind of the interesting way where sometimes the autumn trees go from being a really dark green to a light green before they transition into yellow. Yeah, I could write poems about the trees changing colors and things like that, because it's just beautiful. It's beautiful and perfectly timed for our harvest season, and I am really excited to take you guys on some walking vlogs and to share the mini animals that have been showing up in my backyard, of which you guys should hopefully see a Wild Discoveries vlog today that goes along with that harvest season theme. So yeah, it's been one thing on top of another since I have gotten home. To be honest, looking outside and seeing the autumn colors on the trees makes me sort of freak out because my mind is still like, where's my summer? I didn't experience summer in the United States. We went from a very chilly Michigan spring to a very chilly Michigan autumn, and there wasn't really like a Michigan summer in between because we were literally not even here, like in my home, which I'm so happy to be back home in. I'm so happy to share it with you guys again. So it is a little bit weird. And I am very grateful for really focusing my mind on harvest season, on that sense of farming, on really getting down to our roots and back in touch with our community, because it's helping me adjust to this continual sort of rolling snowball of culture shock of, yeah, I went to Taiwan and I like sweated to death in the misery of exceptionally like 114-degree heat summers with 60 to 80% humidity. I earned my summer heat for sure. It's not like I avoided the heat of summer, but it doesn't feel like I really had a summer because that was also my first time in Taiwan, and I've never been there any other time of the year. So part of my mind just goes, that's just what Taiwan is like, and if you ever go back, it's always going to be like that, which is not true. I hear Taiwan in October is one of the most beautiful times to go visit, but those are subjects and stories for another time. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for the kindness and the eagerness that all of you have had with diving back into harvest season, and, or I should say, introducing it for the first time. And it's been such a relief for me to just sort of go back to those games and those adventures, those worlds, those stories, those bits of our community that we've created that sort of return to my roots. A lot of you guys know, and a lot of you guys who are new may not know, that we started out as a Sims channel. So for the last little while, it has really been delightful to focus on Sims again. Sims is not the most popular thing on our channel unless you're talking about the Sims 3 Warrior Cats challenge, but it is something that I really was blown away this week, spending time with our 101 Dalmatian challenge and with our Sims 4 family, the Green family, for the Cowplant farm challenge. I was really blown away at how I forgot how amazing it feels to sit with the Sim family and to get kind of emotionally attached to them, or like our Stardew Valley series does the same thing, to be honest, and to just watch that progression of the family over time. And I forgot the kind of really amazing elements of our community that the Sims in particular seems to pull in. And so I wanted to take a moment to say a huge thank you to all of you who enjoy our Sim stories, and don't feel pressure if it's not your thing. That's why we make so many things, is because not everything is going to be everyone's cup of tea. But I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have really supported the stories, the characters, who have been curious, who have invested your time and your interest in watching after our Sim stories, because it is some of you who are here, who are probably watching from our Patreon Discord right now, who started all of this. So that's why it's really nice to kind of return to focusing on the Sims now and then for me, especially when I'm getting over my culture shock and getting back into being Seri in her beautiful green office, because the Sims is really where it all began. That feeling of pride and happiness and surprise of growing a little family and seeing where their stories take us and building their stories with your guys' help. That's the huge part of the excitement, is not just like making them slapstick humor, not rushing through their story, not smacking like the fastest speed and just watching them zip around like they're on caffeine all the time, but to slowly and surely build up their personalities, their life events. And that inspires me so much. That is really where my heart is. To be completely honest, I actually joke with Chips, if I for some reason just couldn't, my job no longer was being Seri, like say YouTube goes under and everyone, 100% of the world uses ad block, and so there's no way to survive off YouTube anymore. And I was thinking, so if I had that taken away from me and had to find a new job, would I still make videos? And the answer is yeah, because I would make Sim stuff. I would probably make tons of other stuff, but that's how much I love it. That's how much I love telling the Sim stories, and how much I've really loved and appreciated the Sim community, who has been there since the very, very, very beginning. And it was with your guys' support. I know a few of you who are in the Patreon Discord who I can talk to right now, look you in the eye and say thank you, who have cheered me on, sent me messages back when we mostly just were based off of Tumblr and a little bit of YouTube stuff, and helped to start this. So that's one of the reasons I love Sims so much, and I'm so grateful that we've returned to them for harvest season, and that I'm really hoping that I'll never really let go of Sims again, because I'm so busy trying to fulfill the things that are more popular. Because there's something fantastic and powerful about investing your heart in the thing that gives you passion, and that's what harvest season is kind of all about. I want to return to a few things that will teach you guys directly about the forest, so like probably diving back into the Ultimate Forest Simulator and playing as a few of those animals. I actually am hoping, paws crossed, that a certain family of predators or two might make a reappearance pretty soon, so you guys can enjoy like the forest animals. But I never really want to let go of our Sims families again, because this feeling of going back to those roots and the passion I have for it, and the sheer joy, even if it's a tiny community, of being able to share it with that sliver of our community, that fuels me on a level that I knew I needed after such a big trip. And so I just want to encourage you guys out there, if you have something, you're kind of like me and you're standing at a crossroads and you feel like, well, I have the super popular things, should I just invest in that? And then I had this tiny little sliver thing, but it really fuels my heart. If you can find a way to juggle the two a little bit, it helps so much. So I just wanted to put that out there, because I know there's other artists who struggle with the same thing. And also, if you're like me, you would have looked at the small path and you would have gone, oh, well, I really love doing that, but I should focus on the more popular thing, because you feel like you have a duty to. So I just wanted to encourage you to indulge in the less popular, but still healthy, only if it's healthy for you and other people, by the way. I always feel like I have to mention that. Thing that you really enjoy and that fuels you, pursue that. So anyway, thank you to all my Simmers, and thank you for joining me as we return to the Green family and our 101 Dalmatians. I have not forgotten about Lyra. I hope to get a little bit of free time somewhere buried in here where I can actually dive back into galactic spots and we can explore into the future, which will kind of be a little bit of a contrast with all this rustic farming and wandering the forest to eat acorns. And then over here we're gonna be with Lyra and her like plumbot in the future in Sims 3. So we'll see how that goes, and I'm very excited for when The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs comes out in November, because you can bet there's going to be daily episodes of that. And I'm really hoping Fern Green of our Green Family Legacy, which has been going on since The Sims 4 originally came out, will be able to take over for Generation 3 and carry on that story. So look forward to, fingers and paws crossed, daily episodes of that once it comes out on November 10th. So I'm really excited about that. But there's also a reason I've been talking about all the Sim stuff, other than the fact that I am so thrilled that it's back and it's warming my heart up. I got a very special package today, and I was so blown away when I saw it, because it's actually from another group of Let's Players. It is from Make2, and I follow so many Simmers. That's like one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube, and I watch YouTube all day long too to keep me company during the day. Kind of like some of you guys will watch my stuff all day long to keep you company. It's the same thing for me too. And one of my favorite Sim groups is actually a husband and wife couple. They go by Make2, and they have primarily Sims Free Play and Sims 4 content with a little dabbling of Minecraft and City Skylines recently mixed in. I think Lego Worlds too. But I found them from their Sims Free Play stuff a long time ago when I started getting into Sims Free Play, and I started following them, and they're just so nice. They're just so nice, and it's always so fun when you find a genuinely nice person out there in the world. And just, it's even better when it's two people and they're always together, and to listen to their jokes together and the way that they talk to each other so nicely. I don't know, it's like watching Simon and Martina. If you guys watch Eat Your Kimchi or Eat Your Sushi as they're known as now, there's something really rewarding about listening to a couple who clearly are nice to each other talk to each other. And I just love that too. If you guys could hear how Chips and I talk to each other, it would be very sweet, but he's very shy, so it may be a while before that. But anyway, I got a package from Make2, and I was kind of blown away, because the other day they were at Sims Camp, which is amazing and so cool, and that's more for like the exclusively Sims content sort of channels. So I've never even dreamed of like seeing the stuff from Sims Camp, but they went, and there was a really cool journal that I retweeted, and I was like, oh, that looks so cool. I'm so envious of the people from Sims Camp who managed to get this really cool journal. I would use it as one of my joy journals that I'm always carrying around for sure. And they tweeted back, and they're like, well, we'll send you one. You should have heard me. Chips thought something big, like bad happened, because I was like, oh my gosh, it was just so funny. But one of my favorite YouTube groups messages me again. We've messaged a little bit in the past, but you still get kind of like, oh my gosh, like a little bit of a fangirl, right? Even me to this day, right? And then two, the journal, the precious journal that was a gift to them, being given a gift like that is really a big deal, because I don't think you could find that anywhere else. But it just reminded me of the generosity of the Sims community, and how there's something kind of enduring about the Sims community. If any of you guys are Simmers, you know what I'm talking about. People who really get into the Sims, and they get into the Sims community, the like healthy side of it, everybody kind of sticks around for a long time, and everybody's typically pretty darn nice to each other, and you get to know of people distantly. There's, if you stay on the nicer side of things, never any drama, and it's just kind of this peaceful, happy watching as other people's stories unfold and develop, and exciting things happen in their lives and their Sims lives. And there's just something really nice about it. But I thought I would share this package with you guys, which I haven't even looked in yet, because I thought that was so amazing, and I wanted to unbox their package. Just a special snail mail from, like, oh my gosh, no wonder. I need to get more postcards to be able to send to people, because it is very exciting when it's like, oh my goodness, a YouTube person that I really like sent me something. So without further ado, and just to say, like, this is all their generosity, and just blown away. And I would have sent you guys to their channel anyway. One of the things I'm trying to do is get my website blog up and going, so that I can show you all of the people like Make2, Irrelevant Sims, definitely Starlight Sims, who are simply blissful. I mean, Starlight Sims is really nice too. Like, there's a whole bunch of the smaller YouTubers and the bigger YouTubers and the same size. There's everybody. There's other creators that I would love to introduce you guys to, and Make2 is on that list. And so this is just like such a nice gift from them out of the blue, which was really fun. And I'm babbling. This must be what fangirling looks like. Okay, anyway, they sent me a beautiful letter, and I'll just keep the note private, but let's just say that they were really sweet, and they're very happy that there's good things in sharing positivity and warmth, basically. And it really touched me, and I cried a little bit when I read the letter. That was the only thing I took out so far. And I took it to Chips, and he was very touched as well. So thank you both very much. And then I just kind of wanted to look at these without, okay, I haven't looked yet. Oh my gosh, I jumped. I physically jumped. Oh my gosh. So they said they sent a couple of the t-shirts for Chips and I, so that's really fun. That's kind of like a nod from another couple group. Oh, how cute! Guys, look at this. I was just dancing earlier today, so I definitely could have used this. But let me open this up. This is a headband. They sent a little headband from the group. Isn't that so cool? I could have definitely used that today because I have been just dancing like an hour a day lately to de-dumplify from all the dumplings I ate in Taiwan. And yeah, I could have definitely used this. This is really fun. Wow, it is very stretchy too. When you look at it, you wouldn't think it'd be big enough, especially not for my big noggin, but this is really nice. Oh gosh. And then this also reminds me I need to start sharing you guys some of my Sims free play content, actually. I haven't done that for quite a while. And then there is a Sims mobile shirt. Look at that. It's not even out yet. It's the cutting edge of early bird release stuff. This is so nice. Oh my gosh. I just realized Chips and I don't have matching t-shirts yet. Never in our relationship have I been able to corner him and get us matching t-shirts. Is this other one? This other one's also Sims mobile. This is our first set of matching t-shirts, and it's Sims related. Okay, there's one right here that's Sims Mobile, and then there's another one right here that's a Sims Mobile too. So I can give him one of them and we can have matching t-shirts, and I'm totally gonna try to get him to wear them. Oh, and he's so shy, he would never let me take a picture to show you guys, but it's gonna happen. This is the first time. I'm so tickled. Okay, thank you so much. This is really fun. So this is really cool. I'm gonna wear this. Can I wear this like whenever I record Sims for a little while, just because I'm so into it? Fun fact, I change my jewelry based on what I'm recording. I have DNA helixes for being able to play niche. I have little bird ones when I play bird related games. I have got my giraffes from Katie that I wear when I am playing zoo crafting. I actually swap my earrings out depending on what game I'm playing so that I can get in the mood to play them. So now I don't have any earrings for the Sims yet, so I might have to just wear my little headband. It's like, okay, time to get serious. And then wear my headband and record Sims. That would be so fun. And then I'm gonna cry if I look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. This is amazing. Okay, guys, this is the journal. I'm like actually physically shaking a little bit because it's so hard to explain. Like I said, The Sims is what launched us. The Sims is what created our whole channel. And to have this in my hands when I saw it, and I thought about like, oh, that would have been so cool if I could have just gotten this journal. I would totally like pay money for that journal if someone was selling it. But this is like something, I think you can only get these kinds of things if you like work at EA or if you go to the events, like you're invited to the events. But the reason this is so cool is that this is my joy journal, and that we've talked, Make2 and I, in the past about joy journaling and how powerful an influence it can be on your life and how it can change everything to something really good and beautiful if you just contribute 3 joy moments, even if they're simple, even if you had a terrible, horrible, awful day and it feels like pulling teeth, but to be able to put down like, I had matching socks today some days, or to be able to put down I had clean water today, can give you a sense of perspective and gratitude when like life can kind of feel like it's not so great. So I've talked about joy journaling in the past, and they've left really amazing comments on my vlogs and on some of my other my other update vlogs where I talk about joy journaling. And so then this is what started all of it, is I saw this journal, someone posted a picture of it, and I was like, oh, I would totally love to have that as a joy journal. And there's so many deep reasons, because Sims is why we are all here right now, why I am sitting in a green beautiful room with my big birds, and it's why I'm wearing this bracelet that Katie gave me because she met me because I started making YouTube videos because of The Sims. It's why I have a capybara right over here because of playing Story of Seasons and ordering it so that I could play it and share it with you guys. It's why I'm able to talk into this camera. It all comes down to having just started following my passion and sharing Sims 2 stories on YouTube. And here we are almost 4 years later, right? So that's why I'm shaking, and that's why, even though it just seems a little silly, I'm so grateful to have a Sims journal to write in with my joy moments now, and I'm so happy. This is a beautiful journal too, and I know it seems a little over like the top, like really Seri, you're that into it, but joy journaling changed my life from being really bitter and sad and never smiling. I remember I was almost proud of the fact I wouldn't smile for months at a time when I was younger and in a really hard place in life. And eventually you get tired of being in a hard place, even if it's hard to admit that. And so I started joy journaling because I went to a psychology of happiness class and it was the required homework. And here I am, about 6, 7, 8 years later with years and years of joy journals, and I'm working on my current one, Rowlet, right now, and now I want to hurry and fill it up. And now I get to pick up another one, and my next one probably gets to be right in time for The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. Probably gets to be a Sims joy journal, and it just feels like it all comes full circle. Nurturing your interests, nurturing your passions, and nurturing something that's good in your life, and watching it as it can go so far. So I know I'm not making a lot of sense, but I hope I got out why it means so much to me to have this journal. Now when I use it, I get to think about an amazing couple out there in the world who's super kind enough to have sent such wonderful gifts. I'm so excited. I'm gonna make Chips try to wear this with me. I'm so excited. And I get to think about how far we've come as a community, and I get to be so humbled by what's in this note and what they have gotten from what I've shared with all of you. And I get to think about all of that because I get to look at something that's Sims related. So it's really funny. But I just wanted to share all of that with you guys, and I wanted to share their gifts, and I wanted to let you guys know about them. Not because they sent me gifts, I don't want to misinterpret that, but I've been meaning to tell you guys about Make2 and Simply Blissful and so many of the other Simmers, like Ashley Bunny, so many of the other people who I follow, and I want to find a way to do that hopefully I can make like a nice blog and maybe do a little interview with them or something, because there is something beautiful about just nurturing that passion just when it's somebody's pet project and they really put their heart into it. And I think sometimes it's really fun to look at the big professional people, but going back and looking at those pet project things like my Sim stuff I'm doing, it can give you a different kind of fantastic energy, and it can really help make you feel even more energized for everything else you do in life. So I'm gonna stop rambling now. I always ramble, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, and I am so excited. I can't believe I'm holding this, and I'm gonna go show Chips our shirts, and I am very grateful to have a headband that I'm gonna be putting on before I start recording Sims, and a beautiful note to put into my journal. And I will see you all next time. Bye guys. And there we go, one of our little woodland friends saying hello really quickly. Yes, my friend, we will see you on a Wild Discoveries vlog very soon. Oh my gosh, they're so cute when they stand up on their back feet like that. You're so adorable.